And Ty Law joins us this morning on the Harbor One hotline. Hi, Ty Law.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Well, I'll tell you this. At 2 a.m., I am asleep, so please don't blow my phone up like you were all weekend long in the early hours of the morning. Okay?
You know why? You know why I called?
No, I don't know.
Because somebody's supposed to be there. Had a room, everything was set up for Greg. Everybody asked where Greg at.
I had
Didn't show up again.
I had a previous engagement that I could not get out of, or I would have come to hang out with you. But please, 11 o'clock is really by
That's
11
your cutoff
o'clock.
time?
I'm in bed. I'm an old man. I'm in bed at 11. Please do not blow said phone up at 2 a.m.
Ooh, did it wake up anybody else?
Now,
I
wait a
have.
minute.
Oof.
Hold on. Last time, I wasn't on. I was listening in.
Both?
Now you're calling yourself an old man.
Yeah.
When you just saw him Coco about being young and young at heart, and you ain't an
That's
old
true.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
No, well,
Okay, I'm gonna call him out on that one. I call bullshit.
I need-
There it is.
there it is. The first BS of the morning from Ty
Yes.
Law. That's
Yes,
100.
but I still love you, Greg. You know you my dog.
That's 100. You're my dog. You are a dog.
What was the previously scheduled engagement?
I had something going on with Accidental Cleanse Girl.
Oh,
At 2 a.m.?
No, we had a thing.
Woo!
No, Ty wanted me to go to Foxwoods, which I wanted to do, but I couldn't get out. I did not want to get out of a thing that I had scheduled previously with Accidental Cleanse. So just didn't work out.
Well, that's okay. We got a chance to make it up. We got Mohegan Sun coming up this week now.
Okay.
On Sunday, January 28th, Mohegan Sun.
Okay.
You're welcome to come there too. So we're gonna get down and we're doing Corvus Vodka up there. Hey, food and wine fest. So come to Mohegan Sun because we're hitting Connecticut hard. And the only reason I didn't come in the office today to tell you in person because I'm setting up. I got my computer in front of me as soon as we get off, and we're presenting to the great state of Vermont because we're gonna stick it here in New England. So
All right.
Vermont, Corvus, here we come. So I'm about to get on there and present to them.
All right. Well, let's look at who remains this weekend and the conference championships and who you like. I know that Scheim is all over Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, as I think is Wiggy.
Yeah, I'm all over Baltimore.
Is there a chance when you look at that Ravens team that they can? It seems like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they find a way to do it when it comes to the playoffs.
I mean, it's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially in this situation, but I got to go with Lamar Jackson. He's been proven time and time again, throughout the season that he's the MVP, and I think he's going to get the MVP, and I think it's going to be his year to get the Super Bowl. I mean, if Baltimore and Lamar Jackson get to the Super Bowl, I expect them to win it.
Now, Ty, I don't know if you heard what we came back with Jerod Mayo, head
Well,
coach.
hold on. We're right in the middle of it. Go give us the other game,
Oh,
too.
oh, okay. My
I
bad.
didn't know you were jumping right to
I
Jerod
didn't know-
Mayo. We're talking about something completely different.
thought he was done.
One track, one trick pony over there.
No, and I would say as far as the NFC game, I am loving this Detroit Lions story, guys. I'm loving it. Those guys they play hard, and they need it. I know we give Dallas Cowboys all the crap for not going, but Detroit, it's been longer than the Cowboys, ain't it?
Yeah, it really has. How can you not love
Say
Dan?
so.
How can you not love Dan Campbell and that story when it comes to that city? So yeah. I mean, I think they can win that game. I mean,
There's Brock Purdy, I think a lot of people are wondering, is he the guy? I mean, I know there was that report out there about Brady, but I think a lot of people in Frisco are saying, can he get him over the hump? So now,
that report was that they wanted Brady.
Man, but you know what? I mean, guys, what he's done up to this point. I mean, you got to give a man credit regardless of what system he's played in and the people around him. Yes, I mean, you got to account for that because Christian McCaffrey is an absolute beast. You know what I mean? But you have no Deebo Samuel, so I don't know if he's going to play or not. That changes things a lot when you lose a guy like that or if he's not playing. But Brock Purdy, he did what he was asked to do. So what? He went this far in the draft. Guess what? No matter what happens, he about to get the bag now. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He ain't gonna be the highest paid, but he about to get the bag.
But you know
he did enough.
You know how that goes. They even did it with Garoppolo, right? Until they can win one. I mean, every quarterback, it's that way. But until, like, Brock Purdy can show that he can win one with that talent, I think there's always going to be questions.
What's the current sitch with Debo? Shime, is he playing or not, or is he?
So there was no fracture in his shoulder, so I think there's a very small chance he plays, but I think it's unlikely. If anything, they win next week, and then he plays in the Super Bowl, maybe, but I don't think he'll play this coming week.
Brock Purdy was hurt last year, though. So
I'm not a doctor, guys. Yeah. I'm not a doctor, but they used to have something called Toradol, man. Shoot that shit up and let's ride.
There we go.
Oh, they got that Toradol.
That's a shirt.
Yeah,
shoot
man.
That
that line was around the corner like you was going into the club.
Yeah.
Not the second time we talked about Toradol.
Oh, yeah. Right in the butt cheek.
Yeah, see, I'm raising my hand. I got mine in the arm.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do the arm.
Yeah.
Really?
Could not do the arm.
Well, you wanted it in the butt cheek?
Yeah, I couldn't do the arm. The arm was just if you saw the length of the needle, you'd be like, no, I don't want that thing in my arm.
Yeah. You're like, sorry, Doc, I'm a butt
Because
guy.
I seen the length of the needle, Greg. That's the difference between me and William. Because I seen the length of the needle, there's no way in hell I'm dropping my pants. Put that in my arm, player.
Hey, but there were a lot more people in the butt line than there was in the arm line.
Okay, all right, please.
Hey, well, y'all can have that one.
Put that in the arm, player.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard Mayo, but clearly we could see a different approach here. We asked them, was it yesterday?
It was yesterday that Jerod Mayo was on this show.
Yeah,
yep.
and talked about cash spending and how they got money to burn and they gonna burn a lot of money in the off season. Do you think that now by him saying that it almost puts Robert in a position where he has to now back his new head coach and he has to open up his checkbook?
Facts. I mean, if you got, and that's what we need. I mean, in order to get people to New England, especially at this point where it's so much unknown, and you don't have Tom Brady, you don't have this dynasty stuff or going on. Man, who's trying to come up to this cold, man? You got to pay. You got to pay to play, man. I mean, that's just what it is. We were more of a destination when we were winning. Now that the new change is coming, you have to sit there and spend some money. So, I mean, and it's easier to spend somebody else's money. I mean, hell, hey, you going to open up the checkbook and let me spend it? I'm going to get what I want? Man, it's easy to talk.
Ty, when it comes to Bill Belichick, a lot of us surprised that he hasn't been picked up yet to be a head coach somewhere else. Are you surprised by that? And if you think he goes through this offseason without getting picked up, you think he's retired for good?
I wouldn't say. I think if Bill wants to coach, he's going to coach, but it has to be the right situation. I don't think he's opposed to walking away at all, but I think he's going to coach. It's just the right team. I would have thought he would have try to go to Dallas or something like that, but of course they're keeping Mike McCarthy. But Atlanta, they must got to give him the kitchen sink. They must go open up the checkbook, do whatever they got to do, and give him full reign for him to go to Atlanta. Because I mean, if you're trying to go chase that record, the least path of resistance is somebody like the Cowboys. I mean, you can get that, and you can get that in 2 seasons for sure. I don't know if you're going how much longer you want to coach if you're chasing a record. To be the winningest coach of all time. But if you're this close, why not go for it?
What about the Bills?
Now, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting, and they can use some help on that defense because they got some talent there. And I think managing the game is where Bill would be very effective when it came to someone like Josh Allen. But if he went to the Bills, that would be, And 2 times a year? Oh, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome if he went to Buffalo. And I think that because of situational football, they would not be in a position where they at home with us right now.
I also think a lot of owners look at it and they look at maybe the success of the Texans and go, if we get the right coach and make a few changes, especially at the quarterback position, we are right in the mix for, getting back to the Super Bowl. I think when you start to look at the NFL, you look at Detroit and you look at obviously Baltimore being there, but I would say focus more on Detroit is that it doesn't take long for a team to turn around and get right back in it. And I think having a guy like Bill definitely allows you to do that.
I agree with what you're saying, Wiggy, but what is get back in it? See, that's the thing. With people trying to win championships, so it depends on what organization that you're going to, getting back in it because the Patriots have been there. Okay, you can say that. But certain teams like the Cowboys, it ain't no get back in it. You've been in it. We need a championship.
Mm-hmm.
They need a championship. San Fran, you ain't getting back in it. You've been there. You've been on the cusp for so long. So I think it depends on the team and the organization when you talk about getting back in or what they're looking for. Some teams, everyone says at the beginning, we're looking for a championship. We're going to win a championship. But, you know about half the teams, more than half the teams know they ain't got a chance in hell. You know what I mean? So with certain teams that there are expectations when you spend a lot of money and you have a quarterback, you have the skill positions, you have a defense. Example, Cowboys, 49ers. We were like that for the Patriots because you're always in the running. You know what I mean? But Detroit, this is a Cinderella story. No one was expecting anything from them. You know what I mean? So the expectations aren't high. Buffalo, they expect to win because they have a hell of a quarterback in Josh Allen. You put a boatload of money on it, deservedly so for his talent. You surrounded him with pieces, and they're just not getting it done. So when you get a coach like Bill Belichick, I would see Buffalo is more attractive than somewhere like Atlanta.
Ty, I'm with you. I think Greg should have been there on Saturday. But on the Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, whoever you want to blame, over the last decade, it was reported yesterday by Mike Reese at ESPN, they were last in spending in the NFL for the decade. How does that happen for an organization that is over that decade, you're talking 2014 to 2024, they hosted 9 playoff games, went to 4 Super Bowls, and were, according to Forbes, grew $4 billion in valuation. How does that happen?
You know what? One, I would say, let's give some credit to having the GOAT as the quarterback because, not only did he win early, he won in the middle, and he was still competitive then. He makes people better, so you got to give Tom Brady a lot of credit for the sustained success, and that's why you have to have a QB. But that is that's very shocking. But, we haven't gotten these big time free agents. When have they ever broke the bank? And I think they got, caught up into not having to break the bank, and then came back and they come back and bite you in the ass after a while. You know what I mean? At some point, you got to start spending. The day that Tom Brady left, now who is that person? And they didn't have that. They couldn't find that. So, you know what? Why go spend on a lot of money? I'm assuming that's what Mr. Kraft was saying. Why go spend a lot of money on something that's unknown? We don't see nobody out there that we can just back the Brinks truck up at, and this is what happens. But the bottom line is you got a $4 billion valuation from something that he bought for $275 million. Pretty damn good investment and pretty smart.
Yeah. All right. Most entertaining play of the game is brought to you by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills at Apex Entertainment in Marlboro. What's in the running, Shime?
I would say the wide right kick has to be in the running. Just because.
Yeah, entertaining unless you're a Bills Mafia member.
Yeah, but pretty entertaining. Yeah. I would also say just some of the throws Patrick Mahomes made were like the one to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, that 30-yard play just to start the second half was awesome. Like Mahomes was just great in that game. So I would almost wanted to give it to the highlights of Patrick Mahomes. I
mean, Ty, if they win another one, is that a dynasty in your mind?
Oh, absolutely. I will give it to him. I mean, how many is this? How many AFC champions? Is five in a row?
Correct.
Yeah. Every year that he's been a starter in the league, Patrick Mahomes, he's been in the AFC Championship. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man, that's very impressive. I mean, and see, he has a few, but when you're talking about, Buffalo, man, kickers have was it Scott Norwood? Was that him? The one that missed it in Buffalo?
Yeah,
I mean, they went to 4 Super Bowls and then come back with one. Damn, and now you had another opportunity to kicker again. They just might as well just fire the field goal kickers and just go for it on 4th down. I mean, Buffalo, y'all just go for it on 4th down every time, man, because this don't make no damn sense. So, I would hate to be him in the locker room, Wiggy.
You got one job, man. Put it between the uprights.
Yeah, that's you got. I mean, even though we take it for granted, guys, and like I said, no disrespect to the kids. We had the great Adam Vinatieri, and I guess what, man, they should bronze this man's foot around here. Like Tom Brady should have a statue out in the stadium, and we gonna unveil it. But you need to put a damn Adam Vinatieri foot around there somewhere. Just a big ass foot. Because he was very, very important to what we had going on, and it came down to him. So, and I think they get lost a little bit. From what we've seen with the Buffalo Bills, from what we've seen in this last game, the kicker, they get real important in real critical times. And Adam Vinatieri, I just want to give him his flowers, man, because we don't talk about him enough. We talk about everything leading up to his kick and his kicks with the S. Damn it, he should have a foot statue, y'all. So let's lobby for Adam Vinatieri foot statue.
Okay, well, could not agree more, my dog. All right,
My dog.
we will see you soon, my dog.
All right, Greg.
All right, later, guys.
All right, there he is, the great Ty Law.